welcome to Vlogmas. Technically, it's now December 2nd. It's been a couple days since I talked to you. Epic fail on the vlog every day front. I had a clip filmed yesterday, actually, that I thought was going to be the beginning of a vlog. But what ended up talking about ended up not happening. And I started watching some other Vlogmas channels, or other vloggers' channels doing Vlogmas. And someone made a really good point that Vlogmas can be something that we define for ourselves. Doesn't have to be the set thing of vlogging every single day up until Christmas. Vlogmas, I guess it's a state of mind. Ooh. But it really is. It is a state of mind. All joking aside, I think Vlogmas can be what we make it. So I'm really gonna upload videos, but it's gonna be when I have something to film. And so like today's video is gonna be a very short video to kind of just explain why the plan changed already like that, from what I said in my first video. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. That's why the titles are no longer to say like day 1, day 2. It's just gonna be Vlogmas 2021. And I'll show you some of the things that I think are worth filming this month leading up to Christmas. I'm gonna have some days where I vlog when I'm putting up some decorations. I'll vlog when I'm wrapping gifts. Maybe I'll do some videos where I talk about some DIY gifts you can get your loved one or family or friends during the holidays, for if you're a creative person like me. Yeah, stuff like that. I'll do list things like my favorite films and stuff to watch during the holidays. Fun stuff like that, but it's not going to be an every single day kind of thing. I just want to talk to you guys and share. So today's video is very quick. I'm just going to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of the making of my podcast, A World of Books, with your host, author Anthony Avina. There, you like my podcast voice? So yeah, I'm going to just film a little bit of me recording the podcast, showing you what goes into it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to get ready to do right now. I'm going to film a little bit of that, and I'll say goodbye to you guys at the end of after I'm done recording the podcast. So I'll see you in a minute. To another episode of The World of Books with your host, author Anthony Avina. Hey everyone, I hope you guys have been doing well and have had a good couple weeks since we last talked. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, for those of you who celebrate that here in the United States or from around the world, who came from the United States. I hope everyone had a good holiday around then, and welcome to the beginning of December. The holidays are in full swing here at the author Anthony Avina household, per se. And we're gonna probably do some holiday related episodes coming up, but today I had promised you guys that the next episode would be all about fantasy. We're gonna do some reviews of some fantasy books coming up, or that I did reviews of last month. So looking at my website right now, I got about 7 total reviews in the fantasy genre. I'm going to pick a couple of them and go over it with you and share some of my thoughts and why I enjoyed them. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here is a fantasy themed review episode. So what is it about fantasy that really speaks to us? Everyone has their own answer. That's what I think is so unique about, reading and books in general. Genres always speak to certain people. I've always been the kind of person who can really find and enjoy things in most genres. Not all, but most. But I've always had such a fascination with the fantasy genre, and kind of the big 3 for me have always been fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. Those 3 genres have just fueled my creativity over the years. And I really think fantasy is such a vast creative landscape that writers can really delve into and bring entire universes, sometimes even multiverses, to life. Fantasy is a world of magic where anything is possible, where the darkest, creepiest horrors in the corners of our minds can come to life, or where the smallest, most unassuming person in the world can become a grand hero who saves the entire world or realm or whatever is going on in the story. Fantasy is what makes magic come to life. It gives magic its power. Whether in real life you are a believer in magic or not, fantasy is the ultimate escape, I think. I think that's what appeals to so many people. It allows us to escape into these either fictional worlds, or if you want to get into my paranormal side here, maybe they're glimpses into actual universes adjacent to our own. But anyways, I digress. So the first book I wanted to discuss is a really great one I read, A Cry in the Moon's Light by Mcgill. Now, what makes this book so unique is that it actually began as a podcast, an audio book podcast, where the author went about and read each chapter as an episode. It was really well done, and I was very, very fortunate to be contacted by the author and his publicist, and I was able to review the story. It was really great. And the synopsis reads, it's a time of castles, muskets, and hideous creatures of the night. A beautiful woman travels across the treacherous dark forest to be by the side of her dying grandmother. With only a young carriage driver to protect her, she must use her wits and all her courage to cross the wild country and to evade the mysterious beast who stalks her. What follows is a tale full of horror, mystery, and romance. Gruesome murders at a village hidden deep in the forest, a castle that holds dark secrets, and a black wolf leading a deadly pack. Nothing is as it seems, and this journey has only just begun. The beautiful lady in the carriage will learn that only love can defeat evil. But is it love or danger that cries out to her in the deceitful light of the moon? So yes, this is actually equal parts fantasy with historical fiction, horror, mystery, and romance. Very gothic meets Brothers Grimm folklore fairy tale style writing. Really, really impressive. I was really enthralled with this author's world that he created. I loved the 1700s Eastern Europe setting. It was so visceral and came to life in this really descriptive way, and can really feel like you're transported into this narrative. The character growth was everything in this story. Obviously, the horror, the scares, the heart, all of it were fantastic to read, but it would not have been possible without such strong characters. And the bond that formed between them. The main threat of the story, the young woman trying to get to her ailing grandmother, and the mysterious lone wanderer who seems to have some connection to all of the people involved. It was really well done, getting into the history of these characters, how they're tied together, the lore of the creatures of these dark woods, and the protagonist actually proves to be the young carriage driver, who is sort of the narrator, the eyes who witness all these events unfolding. It was really, really just fantastically written, and the author really did a great job of finding the perfect balance between the paranormal fantasy elements and the romance, I think, because it really brought that gothic horror fairy tale hybrid of a story to life, and is really one of those stories that will just be impossible for readers to put down. So I highly recommend it. If you want to read my full review, as with all of these reviews I'm talking about today, you can go to my website, authorAnthonyAvinablog.com. And the really interesting thing about the author's book too is there was a companion book called Father Daniel's Compendium of the Undead, set in the A Cry in the Moon's Light universe by Mcgill. And this book not only delves into the main characters in this first book, but also into the history of the land, some of the supernatural creatures that have been documented or even mentioned offhandedly in the story, and so much more. So it was really, these two books were just so well written, really and creatively inspiring, and I highly recommend it. Alright guys, well that was a little behind the scenes look at how I go about recording Wordle books. That episode will actually be up probably this weekend at some point here on YouTube. But if you want to listen to it as it goes live, it's going to go live tomorrow. Today for you guys, if you're watching this. It'll go up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor. That link will be in the description below. But yeah, go check that episode out and leave a comment if you watch this video and listen to the podcast. Leave a comment, leave a review on the podcast. That'd be really helpful. And let me know you guys came from here. So yeah, that's it, everyone. Thanks for listening to my explanation of what Vlogmas is going to be like this year. And I hope you guys enjoy these videos as they come out. And I'll see you soon with the next video. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. Happy Vlogmas.